Hey, what's crack-a-lackin', indie warriors? Welcome to I Dream of Indie Games once again. I am Gamer Joe, bringing you 25 plus new indie and AA game releases for the week of April 6th through the 12th of 2026. Spring has sprung and some wonderful indie releases are beginning to bloom, so let's see how much pain I can inflict on your wallet this week, or at the least how many games I can add to your wish list. But real quick, did you know real people are still actually in fact making real things on YouTube? We're one of them, so head over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames where your new indie gaming community awaits you, along with some amazing perks like Discord access, voice to the voiceless. Our first release this week goes out to all of you Pokémon fans out there, so peel yourself away from, what is that you're playing, Pokopia? Is that what it's called? I don't know, I haven't played a Pokemon game since like the N64, but I've got an alternative for you here with EvoCreo 2, which was previously released on mobile, but it's coming to Steam for the first time on the 6th. You'll get everything you love about this genre in one tiny, teeny little package. There's tons of creatures to collect, duels to take part in, a big open world to explore, retro visuals, and sound effects. You name it, this indie's got it. Say goodbye to the next 30 plus hours of your life and catch this title on the 6th. Are MMO-style raids more your style? Well then, suit up with 3 other friends and get ready for adventure in Nullpoint Protocol, coming to Steam. The universe that you once knew and loved is dying, but you and your squad of pals have a chance to save it. So you're saying there's a chance? Shout it down below in the comments if you know where that quote's from. Take down adversaries as the game adapts to your skill level, collect random loot, and battle back vicious bosses who will shoot savage bullet hell patterns directly towards you. With tons of unique abilities to master and mystery events to unveil, fans of the genre will want to follow Protocol and grab this release. Next up is Belle Citique. Good enough for me, a cozy game, which you either love or you hate, but someone out there really loves these because gosh darn it do they keep making them. This latest adorable indie comes from Willis Studios. Create a peaceful society in this adorable city builder that gives you a plethora of different options. An easy to understand grid system paves the way for a chill experience where you can slowly attract new visitors, even the furry kind, to your new paradise. Get to building early into the week. I thought the spotter was someone who made sure the weights didn't fall on you doing lifts at the gym, but I guess I was wrong. It's something else here. The Spotter Dig or Die is a tower defense game where digging is the name of the game. Protect a once populated gas station as you battle back foes and gather up resources. Humanity is counting on you, no pressure at all. Use an assortment of shovels and drills and upgrade your base to become the ultimate wrecking machine. All of this is possible and more on the 7th. Anything's possible! Some of these Raw Fury releases have been sneaking up on me this year, with the latest example being KuloNiku Bowl Up. I guess there'll be some Raw Fury in this one, raw sushi, that is. That was pretty damn bad. I guess I should stick to a script sometimes. Get ready to serve up delectable dishes in this cozy cooking game with plenty of style. Feed your friends and the rest of the town as you build and upgrade your shop on a quest to become the world's greatest chef. Don't shame the family name and dine in this week. And remember, it's bloody raw! Critically acclaimed 2023 RPG Sea of Stars is coming to your phone, bringing the fantastic story to every portable device in its sight. It'll be available on iOS and Android as of the 7th, but it's already available literally everywhere else if you didn't know. If you fancy following 2 children of Solstice as they fight back against an evil alchemist for the first time, or again on mobile, now's the perfect time to do it. Something must be in the water this week because we've got another MMO headed your way. It's Legend of YMIR, swinging its big old sweaty sword on the 7th. Based around Norse mythology, expect huge, epic battles, intense combat scenarios, and no shortage of drama in this release being published by WeMade. War awaits as you chain together savage attacks, meet allies, and defend the honor of those in need. Suit up in this new cinematic adventure. We know that the RPG genre is often known for its beautiful musical compositions, but how about a game that's quite literally a musical too? Let's see if people of note can stay in key on the 7th, coming to us from Arcadia Studios and publisher Annapurna Interactive. The turn-based combat of this title looks pretty damn interesting in how it's based around music, but I'm also loving the visual style. Players should also expect some environmental puzzles, though you do have the option to turn those off if it ain't your thing. Let's see if this indie strums the right notes on the 7th. I don't think I was destined to create origami in real life, but I damn sure like the look of it, especially in video games. In Origament, I think I'm saying that right, a paper adventure, you can become many things that are made out of paper. A paper airplane to soar the skies, or even a sailboat to float down the river. Weave your way through different environments in this chill adventure that will feature a variety of puzzles to solve, and even a little bit of time travel. Whoa, maybe Bill and Ted will show up. Who knows just where the wind will take you on the 7th. Guess what? There's another video game coming out this week. And you know what else? You get to build a base and defend it in this one. No way! Alright, you can probably sense my sarcasm, and it might not be the most original concept around, but Signal Zone shouldn't be discounted, as it seems like a pretty damn good time. Its ambition can't be denied, with a full day-night cycle, procedurally generated maps, a full campaign, and even an endless mode. So literally this game might never end. Hopefully, endless fun awaits you fans of the genre out there. Hidden object games are feeling it this year. We even had one win a golden genie lamp on the channel. And now Nippets, which sounds very close to nipples, is here to make us squint even harder. With rich hand-drawn visuals, you'll need to get your Waldo on as you move about objects and try to find needles in haystacks. It's cute, cozy, and it might be time for me to update my prescription and toss on some new glasses. Sometimes when you go somewhere new, you gotta get a lay of the land, am I right? Coming to us from Southern Cross Interactive, this sandbox adventure features some lovely voxel art. What was the game that popularized that style? Come on, you know that one. This sandbox adventure features distinct, procedurally generated environments and will have you building and battling to your heart's content. Open your imagination on the 8th. Also on the 8th, we have the eagerly anticipated Samson, which can hopefully fill a bit of a void for players that are waiting for GTA 6 to finally arrive. Play as Samson himself as you battle against an ever-looming debt. Take the fight to thugs on the streets or hop in an assortment of vehicles and put the pedal to the metal. This indie features tons of cars and weapons, a huge city to explore, and a massive skill tree. Oh, and also a $6 billion budget. No, wrong game. Will it deliver? I guess we'll find out soon. Looking for something a bit more spooky this week, a little paranormal? Well then, don't worry, because Daedalic Entertainment has you covered with the Occultist dropping on the 8th. Take control of Alan Rebels as you traverse various locations across Britain on a quest to find your missing father. The game features hide-and-sneak gameplay, as it seems to lean towards avoiding conflicts if possible. When the going gets tough, you get going. The game materializes soon, so grab it if it speaks to you. Looks kinda creepy. Heading to PC and all major consoles is ChainStaff. This funky platformer features a bizarre art style, if you couldn't tell from this footage. Hard rock soundtrack is also here, and lots of aliens. In fact, the story involves an alien literally being attached to your head. Use your spear to shoot and swing your way through this weird world, and watch out for bosses too. They won't show you any mercy. This oddity releases on the 8th from Mommy's Best Games. If it's survival horror that you seek, then Southward Studio has you covered with Subversive Memories. The eerie retro visuals and sound design will pull you into a dark world where you'll control Renetta, who's on a journey of self-discovery which leads her to a creepy military base. Light your way with a flashlight in this indie release that is inspired by real-life events. What the hell happened in real life? Avoid combat if possible, but you won't always be able to. This looks very cool and might just be a hidden gem in the making, though I hope it sells millions and millions of copies and it doesn't end up on a hidden gems list. What do you say we really switch things up now with DarkSwitch? I know, it's another city builder, but look, it's not any old city builder. For one, it takes place in a massive tree, where you'll build your city vertically and even need to make some tough, critical narrative choices. Also, there's a soundtrack here from the legend, Akira Yamaoka, of Silent Hill fame. Spooky. Maybe he can branch out a little bit with this soundtrack. Find out on the 9th. I guess this next release is pretty self-explanatory. It's called Restore Your Island. I mean, if you can't figure that out, I don't know how to help you. Honestly, this game looks pretty damn nice and has a feel-good vibe to it, where you are saving animals who have been harmed by humans and the environment. You may need to cut creatures free from nets or even provide them with nutrition. clean up trash, and more importantly, give your dog a big hug and a pat. As someone who has in the last few years rescued a dog and taken him into my home, we have become best friends. I look forward to trying this one. A positive message. Black holes have mysteriously been appearing in the sky, and you'll need to explore why in Dawnbreak, launching on the 9th. And speaking of holes, the camera seems to be traveling all the way up this girl's ass in this action game coming to us from Sin Studio. The game does seem a bit comical in its approach and will offer up plenty of action and bouncy physics. Quantum gloves grant you new abilities as you perform the equivalent of fatalities on foes. This silly indie has tons of costumes, an apartment mode, and more details that I won't reveal here. I'm feeling something in my pants now. Safe to say, mature audiences only. If you aren't tired of cozy games just yet, why not slap High Above onto the wishlist, a sweet little rooftop building game that will bring players great comfort. Make the rooftop of your dreams as you pick between a variety of different options. I didn't know people were into roof design specifically this much, but what the hell, there's a video game for everyone, and I love it. You've heard of Oz, but have you heard of Town of Zaz? Now you have, because it's launching on the 9th. This is a charming looking little bugger too, isn't it? Almost calls back to the PS2 era in its visual style. Our lead hero, Ito, is sucked into a whirlwind of darkness. Swing your machete and use various skills to take down foes on the 9th. Oh, and there's also some cooking here. You know, I've always thought tower defense would be much easier if I could just ram my enemies with a car, and thankfully, Gears of Glory agrees with me. This fast-paced tower defense has all your usual fare, building defenses, waves of robot enemies, and of course, protecting your base. However, this one here is a little bit different, as your main weapon is an upgradable van that you can use to ram through hordes of enemies and eventually strap a machine gun on top of. Gears of Glory is out on the 9th. Vroom, vroom, mother frickers. I can say F, I don't know. I'm not gonna swear. The sequel to a much-loved visual novel is coming back this week too. It's Arcadia Fallen II, where you control a senior at Seven Winds Academy. I remember when I was a senior, those were the days. I just barely passed, but I made it. You can too if you're in school right now. High school, stick with it. Players may choose between different magical styles, and in fact, most of the game will be about choices, which can determine your ending. Romance, drama, and some lovely art awaits visual novel fans. You didn't think we were going a week without a shooter, did you now? Seth is bringing the heat from Chaotic Games. It's fast, it's bloody, and it looks good too. This roguelite FPS mixes Egyptian mythos and science fiction into one fast-paced package that will make your head spin. With lots of weapons, gameplay styles, and permanent upgrades, FPS gamers should be delighted to play this. Not to be outdone, Skull Horde looks gruesome in its own right, putting you into the bones of a flying skull. In similar style to Vampire Survivors, you'll survive for as long as possible, unlocking more loot and gaining powers as you go. Powerful builds can be created, and best of all, Bone Daddies can be summoned to help you. This simple but effective gameplay should be accessible and good fun on the 10th. We're getting suitably silly next with 2D action platformer Obey the Insect God. Inspired by old-school action platformers of the past, this narrative adventure has you battling through enemies in search of a mysterious woman being kept in the insect god's lair. I don't like the sound of that. The big standout feature of this game, however, is the fact that the character models are real people, or live-action digitized sprites, if you want to get technical about it. Think like Mortal Kombat Mythologies, but hopefully a little bit of a better game than that. I know some of you like it, and it's got its charm, even though it is objectively a bad game. If you're wanting to throw it back and throw it down, then keep an eye out for this one later this week. Lastly for the week, a colorful and quirky arcade shooter entitled TAMASHIKA. Take one look at this bad boy and you know you're in for something different. Apparently, it takes just 10 minutes to get through a run. This trippy FPS tosses you through crazy set pieces filled with chaotic colors. Players will have just a single weapon, a sidearm, and there's only one procedurally generated level. There's no checkpoints to be found, there's no cutscenes, just you and the game for 10 unforgettable minutes. That's happened to me before. Aim your sights on this one on the 10th. That's all for this week, Indie Warriors, but as always, thank you so much for all that you do for independent content and voice. To the voiceless, stick around the channel for more great coverage of everything indie.